Boys, what is up? I gotta check to make sure that this is going well. So, let's see. Let me mute myself real quick. All right, so volume's working pretty good, pretty good. So I'll just keep an eye on like live chat through my phone. So I was going to edit via or like do this via TikTok. I was gonna do both of them. So if you guys wanted to follow the TikTok, you can. TikTok is not anywhere on the screen right now, so you guys can't actually see my computer screen. Let's see if I can actually turn up the brightness on my computer as well. I also should get my fan going because it might start to lag a little bit. So let's see. So if you guys can't tell by the title, we are going to be predicting every NFL team's game for the 2022-2023 NFL season. And I hope you guys can hear that. I hope it's not too loud with the fan. So, anyways, let's get right into today's live stream. So, I am going to try to edit a few things on the computer screen while I'm here. I don't know. I had another mouse here, and I would like to find it. So, that way I can use it. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Here is my mouse because I hate using my stroller or whatever. It is fine. There we go. That should work. That should work. I hate using, like, my other mouse died, so good thing I have a spare mouse, which is nice. How do I don't know what the center, I don't know what the center is there. Is that the center? I think so. Am I too dark? Do I need to turn up the brightness at all? I don't know. I can't tell. So what are the things that I can add to this live stream? Can I add, like, my TikTok and everything? I think so. So I'm not actually filming. Okay, we're gonna get to like the chat and everything eventually. I just want to add some stuff to this live stream. I should have added it before. Um, so let's see. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Where is that? Where's that put? Where's this put? Can I? Is that? You know what? I'm gonna like. I don't 100% know. I don't know. I don't know where that's gonna be. So let me lock everything in place first, real quick. I don't know what that's gonna look like. Sure, that's fine. So I guess I now have donations. So if you guys want to donate, you can. So let's see. Everything else should be locked in place, so that way it's all fine here. Let's see. Let's how do you what is this? What is this? Oh, that's how you do that. I didn't know you could do that. Sure, sure. I don't need that. I don't really have super chats either. But what is all that? Is that just fake? Is that fake stuff right there? I don't know. I can't tell. Like, are those just recent people that subscribe? It is. Those are my recent subs. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what that's from, but anyways, we'll keep that. So if anyone subscribes, I'll get notified there. So that's fun. Um, Let me see. Maybe I can shrink this a little bit. I don't want it as big. There's that. Viewer count. We'll move down a little bit here. Actually, we don't want the viewer count really, do we? Nah, viewer count don't really matter. Let's see what else I can add. Media source. Add media source. Nope. We're not gonna do that. We don't need a media source here. Um, Alert box. What is this? What is the... I don't know. Not 100% sure. I'm assuming it might go here. Do we want it like right there? Sure, that works. Let's see. Let's add. You can add text, add scene, instant replay, widgets, media share. Okay, member goal, viewer count, spin wheel, credits, subscriptions, add source. So add media. What does media share do? I don't know if I want that, to be honest. I think I just tested that out. No one donated. So we don't... Did someone actually just donate? How'd you donate with... Did someone donate? I don't think anyone can donate. I don't think I have anything like... What? I'm like confused. What? You can... Hold up. Say what? No, I don't think you can... What? Not... That's... Okay, I am beyond confused right now. No cap. I don't... What'd you donate to? Is that real? I don't know if that's real or not. I need to like go to my home. I need to view my own live here. Like, shoot. If that's real. Thank you for the donation. I tested something out, so I was genuinely confused. I don't think I have like donations. Yeah, it didn't pop up in chat. So like, how would I tell? Let me go get my other computer. I don't think there's a way to donate. Is that me from just... Okay, what if I test it again? I'm gonna test it. I mean, 90... Nah, I don't know how to do that. I'm genuinely curious. Oh, you know what I could do? I actually could just look it up on this computer that I have now, because you know what? I'm not actually like doing anything. So there's that. Let me go back. Let me watch this now. Oh, live chat. All right. Let's see here. I don't want my... I don't want to... Nah, I can't, like... I don't... I don't think it was... I don't think it was an actual donation. Okay. Like, I legitimately don't know how to tell, and if it was, like, I genuinely don't know how to get it, you know? It's something I've never experienced before. So, I hope you, like, if it is actually a donation, I hope you just didn't waste that money. Like, I'm so confused. Anyways, I guess I should try to figure that out later. Does my mic sound different, guys? Like, I think my mic might sound a little different. So that lets in a little bit of, like, fuzz. I feel like this might be a little better. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. But we should probably get into what I was thinking we should do today. What I was going to do is I was going to try to add my social media to this this thing. So I'm assuming it's just text, right? Sure. Regular text box. IG, right? We'll just add IG. Jameson. All right. And then we'll do TikTok. I should have set this up earlier, but you guys get to test it out with me, so yeah. Snapchat. Because why not? Cool. All right. Do we want Ariel or do we want... Nah, we want something a little fun here, right? I don't know what the background is. Sure, that works. That's exactly what I wanted. So with that, let's hop straight into today's video idea. Whoo! Boys, what is up? I know I've been streaming for the last 11 minutes, but you know what? I don't care. We are going to be predicting every NFL team's record for the 2021-2022 NFL season. And if you guys can't tell, I will be using this sheet, and I will literally just be going down the list of every team that I'm going to be predicting. So I don't know if I'm going to do every win and loss for that team, if that makes sense. So, like, I'm not going to go through, and I'm not going to be like, oh, the Cardinals lose, win, 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 lose. You know, I'm not going to do that because I think that would defeat the point of, like, our bets for the season. Like, you know how we do, like, our weekly predictions. So, if you guys want me to, I guess I could. But you guys got to drop that down in the chat. So, if you guys don't want me to, then I won't. But, you know. And thank you guys for the support on the most recent video. I know I'm not I know I'm not famous on YouTube. I don't credit myself at all for that. I know it's not something that is like I don't need that in here. I can take that out. I don't need that in here either. Yeah, get out of here. All that extra stuff that I don't need. So, whew. Actually, should I change the lights in here? Do you guys want me to change the lights? Hold on. Should I be more white? Or do we like the little yellow look? Is that fine? Do you guys want me to like edit my camera at all? Nah, this is fine, right? Just a black background, background, right? And then sure, why not? Okay. Whoo! Okay, so first, we'll you know what? We'll just go straight down the list here. So I can look at this sheet right now. And so we'll just draw on the back of this sheet because I feel like this might be the easier way to do it. So first up am I talking way too loud? I might be. Like, I'm just going to talk like right here because I feel like I don't want to hurt you guys' eardrums. So first up, we have the Cardinals. Okay. So we'll just do like a W and then L. So I'll like put a tally next to each win that I think they'll get. Okay, so we'll do, you know what? I wish I could like, can I like add a picture? Can I add? I can add an image. Hold up, because I want you guys to look at exactly what I'm looking at. So if I can add an image. Okay. Can I get an image? Like, is he gonna let me do an image here? Nope. No. No. I don't know what that's from. Because it's not gonna be very fun if you guys can't like see what I'm doing. What if I go to like I don't know my I don't know my Instagram login. So it's like I can't really do that. Let's see. Let's see schedule. No. No. I just need to find I think that's last year's. No. I don't think I can find it. If you guys know exactly where it's at, then feel free to let me know. But I genuinely I don't see it. Ooh. Oh, what if I just look up? I think that might work. I think that might work. Because this is where I got it. Look. Is it actually? No. No, it's not. Why? I don't know. Boys, I am so sorry. That's from last year. Why don't they have this year's? All right. I know this is the team. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. I genuinely don't know where it's at. And I still don't know how to get that if I did. So, yeah. We're a little behind, no cap. How do I... Oh, you know what I can do? You know what I can do? I can actually... I got it. Never mind. I know how I'm going to do this. We'll just log into iCloud because it's saved on my phone. So we'll do this. And we'll log into our Apple ID, which should already be signed in. And let's see. Let's go to photos. And I don't think you guys can see it, so good, because I don't need you guys to see this. I mean, I don't really have anything, like, weird, but it's, like, also, at the same time, like, you guys, I don't need you guys to see my photos. You know. You know. I don't know. It would be in May, so if I can find May, there we go, May to June, May 2020, it would have been, like, May 19th or something, right? There it is. Perfect. Let's download you. Save as. Where are we? I'm gonna download. Just let's see. Sure. Now, since that's downloaded, let's go to image. Image. Browse. Let's go to desktop and let's go to whoa. What? That is not what I thought I was downloading. Let's actually like download this thing again. See, that's more like it. That is more like it. Nope. Let's let's remove you. Okay, let's add an image again. Add source. Image. Let's just see. Would it be under downloads? Yeah, there we go. Holy smokes. Can we like shrink you massively? Okay, I know that you guys probably won't be able to see it all too great. But you know what? So I'm here, right? So if I move over this way, you guys will see it a little better. Also, I don't know why my mic is like making that sound. I don't like it, but it's fine. It is what it is. Um, anyways, let's get started. So first up, we have the Arizona Cardinals. So they play the Chiefs. That is a loss. They play the Raiders. That is a win. They play the Rams. That is a loss. Then they play the Panthers, Eagles, Seahawks, Saints, which brings them up to 5-2 thus far. There's like some sort of echo, and I can't stand it right now. Why is there an echo? There shouldn't be an echo. I don't know. Is it because... Hold up. It has to be because this thing's not over it properly. Like, is that better? No, I still hear that echo. I don't like that echo. There's this stupid echo in my microphone. I don't understand why. Like, why? Why is there an echo? Am I talking too loud? I don't think so. Anyways, okay. So then I have them losing to the Minnesota Vikings. And then they win against the Seahawks again. Then they lose to the Rams, lose to the 49ers, win against the Chargers. Then they have their bye week. And then they win against the Patriots, lose against the Broncos, lose against the Buccaneers, win against the Falcons, and then lose against the Niners again. So, for their win total, I see them going 9-8, which is reasonable. You know, Kyler Murray just got paid. They got a tougher schedule this year. You know, Seahawks are going to be easy. But you know what? 9-8, I don't see that being too unreasonable here. So next up, we have the Falcons. And for the Falcons, I see them quite possibly losing to the Saints. I think they'll lose to the Saints week 1. I think they'll lose. Okay, so let's make a W column and an L column. So they will lose to the Saints, lose to the Rams. I think they'll beat the Seahawks. I think they'll lose to the Browns. Can you guys hear me? Or did my mic just literally cut out? No, it's right there. It just sounds different, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my mic right now. Sorry, guys. I really don't know. Okay, so as of week 4, they are 1-4. And then, you know what? Obviously, they're going to lose to the Buccaneers. They're going to lose to the Niners. They're going to lose to the Bengals. I think they actually beat the Panthers. They lose to the Chargers. They lose to the Panthers. I think they'll beat the Bears. I think they'll lose to Washington. I think they'll lose to the Steelers. Then they got their bye week. Wow, they got a really late bye week. Bye week is week 14 for them. Interesting. And then, let's see. Let me send out a post saying tune into the live. Let me copy this here. Let me share this. Copy link. And then we're just going to share this. All right, boys. I know you can see me making faces right now, so I'm just tweeting out and posting to tune into the live because you know what? I want more people. So also subscribe if you're new around here. Let's hit 500 subscribers. For some reason, this thing is really bothering me, and I don't know why. For some dang reason. I don't know how that sounds. I really don't know. But I also... Is that better? No, it's not. See, I gotta be like talking straight into it. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Guys, I'm struggling here to find out the way that I should be talking to this thing. So. There we go. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I don't. I know it's supposed to be like. I should have brought my other. I should have brought the thing to my other microphone. Kind of upset. Anyways, I'm sorry if it's like a little laggy or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So let's just post tune into the live. There we go. So, yep. See, it's like interfering. What is it interfering with? There's something like interfering with it. And I don't know. It wasn't. Why? Do I unplug this? Plug that back in? If we pull. No. No. That did not work, I don't think. Actually, maybe it did. I don't know. I can't tell. It might have. I don't. Nope. I don't think there's any audio coming through this time. Let's see. Let's. Okay. Now I'll have to check the audio again. So. So it sounds like the audio is on. I just really don't know why it's like sounding the way that it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what this other one's for. Anyways, hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, let me know down in the comments if you guys can hear me. I mean, I really would like to know, but you know, it's fine if you can't. No, it's not fine if you can't. Today has just been one of those days where it's like, you know what? I had the goal to go set out to live stream, and it's just not working. You know? And I feel like I also. Nope. I don't understand. Like, usually. Oh my gosh. What is this? Like, I don't know. See, so it is working. I guess I'm stupid. I guess I'm stupid with it. Usually I can hear myself through my headphones better, and I can't even do that. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but it is what it is. I can't really complain. And now I gotta figure out exactly where I am with this whole situation. But, oh, you know what? I don't even need live chat. I got live chat right here. Okay, this video is gonna be a lot longer than I thought. And again, I can't hear myself, so I don't know if the audio is working or not. So let's. Oh my gosh, this is so stressful. So let's. Oh my god. So is the audio working now? It sounds like it's because it says audio input capture is like working. So I'm assuming it has to be working. I just I just don't know why I can't hear myself through my headphones. I don't know. Anyways, you know what? If it's not work, at least you guys can hear me. I don't know if the quality is going to be as good. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, the Falcons were at 3-10, and I think I was just getting done with their bye week. So they lose to the Saints. See, I don't even need these anymore because I can't hear myself, so I don't need that. So I don't need headphones. So, oh boy, does this need to be closer? I don't know, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's like freaking out like it is. I don't I don't know what's going on with my microphone. And it kind of bugs me really really bad. I don't know why this one's not the primary. I could have sworn this one was the primary, but audio. Is that better? No, probably not. I don't know. I don't want to lock that. Like, again, I really don't know what's going on. So, anyways, let's continue now that I kind of like can't hear myself at all. You know, it's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine, I guess. Okay, so let's see. So we were at the Saints. Obviously, they lose to the Ravens. You know what? Actually, I gotta make sure that like this because I gotta make sure that it coincides. So they lose to the Cardinals, and you know what? I could actually see them beating the Buccaneers week 17. So we're gonna have them win. So their win and loss record will be 4-13. I know, pretty awful, but that's what it is. So next up we got the Baltimore Ravens, and I should just go through and just mark them. So loss. Did I have them winning against the Seahawks? Let's see. So I had them losing. I had them winning, loss, win, loss, 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 win. So you know what? I did have them beating the Seahawks. Cool. This pencil's not showing up very well. So, oh well. Oh well. Let's see. So this right here will play into my playoff predictions that I will be predicting after this video. Except you guys won't see that for a while because it's gonna be kind of like a normal video that's edited and everything. So you probably won't see that until closer to week 1. No cap. So let's continue here. So next up we have the Ravens, which I think will have a decent season. Let's see here. So I think they lose week 1. I know, surprise, surprise. I think they lose week 1, but it is what it is. So I think they start off with 1 loss, and then what happens here? So they lose. You know what? I actually think they lose 2 weeks in a row. Oh my, they start off 0-2. I said that. Yeah, you're right. I said that. 0-2. And then you know what they do? They go on to win. Oh my god, are they gonna start 1-3? Are they gonna start 1-3? I think so. So they beat the Patriots. They lose to the Bills. Wow. So they lose. I think they beat the Bengals. They beat the Giants. They beat the Browns. You know what? I think they beat the Buccaneers. And then I'm gonna have them losing to the Saints. Obviously, they beat, they win, and then they lose to the Browns. They win against the Falcons, and then they. Okay, wait. Let's see. I'm gonna have them beat the Steelers, lose to the Steelers, and lose to the Bengals. Because I think the Bengals will be in like a win and get in situation or something like, or it's gonna decide playoff seeding. So let's tally it up here. So we have the Ravens starting out 1-3, and then they go on to win. So they make 4 straight wins. Then they lose to the Saints, and then they go on another 4-game win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they lose to the Browns. Then they win 1 more game, and then lose 2 of their last 3. So overall, their record will be 10-7. You know, not too bad, not too bad. But you know, it is what it is. So I'm not gonna sign it in a chat. I should just chat what I think the record will be, but it's fine. I don't think I don't think anyone's gonna tune into my live. By the way, kind of sad. I just want to know. Okay, I gotta test this out again. Am I talking to myself? Not again. Am I talking to myself? I don't know if it's like. Oh my gosh. Am I? I don't know. Oh my. See, it sounds like I should be, but it doesn't. It's not coming from my microphone, and I don't understand why. See, look it. If I talk this way, I can't hear myself. If I talk this way, I can't hear myself. So like, what is going on? Why can't I? Is there? I don't know. It's. Oh my gosh. Does this not? No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Wait. No, it's coming in through. See, it really must just be. See, if I turn that down, then that's still gonna come up. I don't know what. I don't know. Usually, I can hear myself a little better though. So I don't. I don't. Is that better? No, I still can't. I still. I don't know. Test, test. Sorry guys, I don't mean to be doing this. I just want to make sure my volume's working. I think this works. I'm not 4%. See, it says 4% total volume. 1%. Is this really working? I can't tell. I don't know why it's not getting in all my volume that it's supposed to. Is it broken? I don't think it's broken. Boys, what is going on? I really don't know, and I don't want it to be too quiet for you guys. I don't know. Today's just not my day to stream, so I've accepted it. Next up, we got the Bills. So I'm not gonna tally it up anymore. I'm not gonna go through all of them. It's just taking too long to like predict every game. So I'm just gonna like, obviously, I'm gonna go through and just say who I think they're gonna win against. And I wish I had a pen. A pen would be so much. There we go. Look at that pen right there. Look at that. Got a pen right here. If it works. I don't know if it's gonna work. It does. And obviously, I don't really want to predict the Chiefs record by record, but you know what? I will. And you know what? Okay. So it's gonna be so hard to. Okay. I don't really want to say the Bills lose their last two games, but I have them losing their last two games. So I really don't want to stream for more than an hour. Plus, it's already like almost 8 o'clock. Okay, maybe not exactly, but okay. So let's see. I can tell you right now, they start out very hot. They start out 6-2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're 10-3 by the end of the season. So I have them going 11-6, and I'm not going to tell you exactly which games they lose because you know what? I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it. So you know what? I really can't stand to listen to myself without actually having headphones on. So I don't know, guys. I'm super mad right now. I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't need any video capture device audio right now. Why did that go? Oh no, it didn't go straight down. All right, all right. I don't care. I don't really give a rip anymore. I'm kind of like upset. I actually am very upset, but like at the same time, it's like I don't know. Okay. Next up, we have the Panthers. So, I have. Why did I? So, if you guys haven't seen my most recent prediction, you obviously know who I'm predicting to win out of the Panthers and the Browns. So, obviously, I'm picking the Browns to steamroll. But you know what? I think. You know, actually, yeah, this one might get. Um, I gotta make sure I look through each of these games here and have them winning the exact same game. So as I go, you know what? I should just predict every team at the same time. Why don't I do this? Oh my gosh! Obviously, okay. I'm about to get a little silent here, so yeah. Let's see here, and let's see. So, yep, yep. And Steelers at Bengals. You know what? I actually could see the Steelers winning Week 1. Um, yes, sir. All right, so I have. Yep, I gotta be consistent too. Okay. So this is just my NFL season predictions. It's not Taven's. It's not anyone else's. So these are just mine, and we'll see where that goes from there. But see, it's not even. I don't know. I hate looking at this. I'm sorry. I'm getting angry because of my microphone, which I shouldn't be, but I am. So let's see. Raiders. I think. Right? This. Oh, these are like literally right next to each other, man. That's simple. Okay. Let's see. Ugh. So now we got to go through this next. See, I should just have this all made out, so that way you guys know exactly who's winning who. So, see, this is actually. You know what? I'll have to go through game by game. So next up we have the Panthers and their win and loss record. I don't care what it messes up. I'm not going to be looking back at this. So if I do predict another team to win, because it is going to change up, like I'll probably pick another team to win after seeing so many games. But you know what? Maybe the record will stay about the same, hopefully. And yeah, let's see. So I have the Panthers losing week 1, and then they win week 2, and then they go on a 3-game losing streak, starting out 1-4, 5-game losing streak, losing to the Rams, losing to the Bucks, and then they actually will lose to the Falcons, and then obviously they'll lose to the Bengals. Sorry. Oh wow, this is gonna be like a rough season for them. They play a really, really tough schedule. I do have them beating the Falcons, and then losing to the Ravens, obviously, and losing to the Broncos. So they're 2-10 going into their bye week. I think they'll beat the Seahawks, so that should be a victory. They'll lose to the Steelers, lose to the Lions, lose to the Bucks, and then they will lose to the Saints. Oh, yeah. Let's hope I'm wrong about this like season, but I definitely don't see them like my record says that they'll be 3-14. Like that is what my record that is what I predicted. So the Panthers will be 3-14. Let's go to the next team, the Bears. So I got to make sure this is still consistent. So I see them losing their first 2 games, then they go on a 2-game win streak. So they'll start out 2-2, which isn't bad by any means, but it's not great. And then they'll go on and they will lose their next 2 games. They'll lose their next 4 games, actually. No, 3 games. And then I actually see them beating the Cowboys. So I'll say they're 3-5 at this point. So 8 games win. So they lose, win. Then they lose to the Dolphins. They lose to the Lions, which I think, I don't know when they play the Lions. They'll beat the Falcons, I believe. Who did I have? Nope. They lose to the Falcons according to my predictions. Yep, I don't know why I did that. They got a tough season. You know what? I'll have them beating the Jets, though. So they do beat the Jets. You know what? I am going to say they beat the Panthers. Or the Packers. And this is where, did I have the Eagles beating the Bears? I did. So the Eagles beat the Bears, unfortunately. Obviously, they lose to the Bills. And you know what? I see them winning their last 2 games. So, like, let's see. So 7-10. I have the Bears going 7-10. Just to make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So the Bears will go 7-10 to cap off that season, which is an improvement. They could do better. I just don't see it, coming off of last season and everything like that. Now, I will probably have a team that surprises you guys. So, next up we have the Bengals, which I think will probably end up with a pretty similar record to last year. I think they were like 10-7 last year, right? Or was it like 11-6? I'm not 100% sure. I think it might have been 10-7. So they do lose week 1. I think they go on a 4-game winning streak, right? Hold on, I gotta make sure that everything's all right here. I'm gonna make sure everything's all right. Let's see. I haven't predicted anyone else, right? I don't think so. Or did I have the Cowboys beating the Bengals? Cowboys. Where are the Cowboys at? I predicted the Cowboys already. No. So I do have them. Okay. So I just gotta make sure. So if it's any NFC East team, I gotta make sure that I predict them right. So the Dolphins, you know what? I do think they lose to the Dolphins. I will say that. And then I think they lose to the. So they start out. I'm sorry, but they start out 2-3. They start out 2-3 here, but they do manage to kick off. I think they. You know what? I think they beat the Saints. They beat the Falcons, and then they will beat the Browns week 8. So that's with Deshaun Watson. I think they beat the Browns. So they do go on a 3-game win streak. And at this point in time, they are 4-3. So not bad. Wait, are they 5-3? They're 5-3 at this point, so it's not bad at all. And let's see here. So they're 5-3 at this point. Then they play the Panthers, which obviously they're gonna win. So they're 6-3. And then they come off their bye week. They come off the bye week, and they already lost to the Steelers once, so I do see them splitting with the Steelers this time. So they do beat the Steelers. So they're 7-3. I think they'll lose to the Titans. I think they'll lose to the Titans. I do think they'll lose to the Chiefs this year. I don't know why. I just feel like the Chiefs maybe are gonna come out and want to, I don't know, avenge their 2 losses and stuff like that. I think the Chiefs are gonna be better this year than what people think. I don't know. Don't hate me. I know I'm a Chiefs fan, but I do actually think they'll be better. I think they'll lose to the Browns. So at this point, they're 7-6. So they lost 3 straight. And you know what? I see Tom Brady beating them. So they're 7-7. I'm sorry. And then so I do have them. I think they'll beat the Patriots, and then they will lose to the Bills. No, they beat the Bills, and then they beat the Ravens. So they beat the Bills and beat the Ravens. So what is that? Okay. So ouch. I have the Bengals going 9-8, which I know it sounds rough, but they have a really, really tough schedule this year. Again. And yes, see, I don't think any of the games that they lose are unreasonable. I don't know, that's just me. Yes, call me a Bengals hater if you want. Bengals fans, I'm sorry, but I don't think Joe Burrow is as good as what people think he is. I don't think he's bad either. I think he's probably who would I compare him to? I don't know who I compare him to, but I don't know who I would. I want to check to make sure whoa, what did I do? better. So, there we go. There we go. Is that brighter? I can't tell. It might be brighter. Anyways, let's see here. Let me respond to some people. Alright. Okay. So, this is going to be a long video. This is going to be a really, really long video. We're at 50 minutes right now. So now we got the Browns. I wish all these teams were, like, next to each other. You know, I wish it went division-based. Why doesn't it go division-based? I don't know. Okay. You know what? I have the Browns beating the Panthers, beating the Jets. I think they'll lose to the Steelers. I think they'll beat the Falcons, lose to the... You know what? I think... So the Browns... Sheesh. Sheesh. Let me make sure everything's alright. I wish this thing was a little more clear, to be honest. So Browns fans, you can be happy because I think the Browns start off pretty good, actually. So I have the Browns going 4-2 over the time that Deshaun Watson is supposedly supposed to be gone. So there's your relief blanket. There's your relief blanket. So they go 4-2. Deshaun Watson's back, and this was when I think they start rolling off some wins. So they do lose to the Ravens right away. Deshaun's game, first back. I don't think he'll ball out. I don't know. Could be wrong. But then they beat the Bengals. No, they don't. They lose to the Bengals. They lose to the Bengals. So they then are 4-5 at this point. Sorry, Browns fans. Then they have their bye week, which is good. And then I actually think they win. They lose. I think they beat the Buccaneers. They obviously beat the Texans. They beat that team. They beat the Ravens. I think they'll beat the Saints. Beat Washington. And I think they'll beat the Steelers. So, okay. So let's add all that up. So I had 4-5 going into the bye week, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what? No. So they're 4-4 at the bye week. Okay, and then they're 5-5 by like week 10. So they're 5-5. Week 10. What the heck? I'm getting so lost. Week 11, they're 5-5, and then they. What? Do they really? They win their next 7 games? Wow. All right. So, I have the Browns going 12-5, which I guess, you know what? I don't see anything wrong with that. I think the Browns could go 12-5 very easily. I think they very well could go 12-5. Let me move that away. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's go to the Cowboys. I already have the Cowboys already scheduled out, so it should be an easy kind of predict. And I've already kind of predicted the Cowboy season on a short, so let's see. So we got their wins and losses. Let's see here. So they lose their first 2 games, win their third, lose next 3. So they start out 1-5, which is kind of unfortunate. Then they win 2, they win 3, they lose another, they win that game, they lose, and they 1, 2, 3, and they drop 2 more. Okay. So this looks right. This is what I think I had them going was 8-9 or 9-8, 9-8. My bad. Yeah, 8-9. Which I don't think is unreasonable, but you know what? I think out of all my predictions, the Cowboys could be the one that could probably change the most. Cowboys and maybe the Bengals. I think the Cowboys and the Bengals could be the games that maybe change the most out of the ones that I predicted so far. So let's continue. So the Broncos will start off hot. They always start off hot, and then you know what? They die down. But you know what? They got Russell Wilson this time, so they're gonna start off even better. So I have the Broncos actually doing pretty good. So let's see. So I think they win. They win. They win. I think their first loss will be to the Raiders. They beat the Colts. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Jets. They beat. Okay, so this is going to be looking rough here. Or not rough for them, but rough for the AFC West. So I think the Broncos will probably hold the lead in the AFC West for a little bit here. So they'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they'll be 7-1 going into their bye week, which is amazing. And then I'm sorry, I think they collapse against the Titans. So I do think they'll lose to the Titans. They beat the Raiders. And then they beat the Panthers. Wow, they're 9-2 at this point. And then they lose. So they lose to the Ravens. I think they'll lose to the Chiefs. I think they'll beat the Cardinals. They'll lose to the Rams. I think they lose to the Chiefs again. Oh, that's so tough. And then I think they lose to the Chargers. Okay. So after a fast start, I do think they lose. I think they go 5-1 over their next, or 1-5 over their next few contests. So I think the first year with Russell Wilson, they'll be 10-7, which is not bad for their first contest out. But the AFC West is just too good. I think, I could see one of the Chiefs games being a flop, so maybe 11-6. Otherwise, I have them splitting with the Raiders and the Chargers both, so they go 4-2 in the division. 3-3 in the division, right? No, 2-4 in the division. Whoops. And otherwise, they kind of do good the rest of the league, if I'm not mistaken. So I just gotta make sure I have everyone predicted right here, which I think I do. So have I predicted any NFC West teams yet? I have not. Okay, time for the Lions. So let's get into it because I think the Lions are probably gonna be pretty good. Never mind. So the Lions will start off. The Lions will start off 0-2. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know what's up with my volume. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, boys. Okay, Lions. So this is a rough one because they play like. Oh wait, who do they play in the first 3 weeks? Have I predicted the Vikings yet? Oh, I don't want the Lions to go 0-3. I'm like a Lions like. Oh, I'm a no cap. I kind of like the Lions. I'm almost like a bandwagoner of the Lions. There's a few NFL teams I like just because I like some certain players and like I root for. So like the Lions are one of the teams I root for. But I do see them going 0-3 to start out. I think the Lions could have a winning season this year though. No cap. So okay, so they go 1-4 to start out the season. And you know what? Have I predicted the Patriots yet? I have not. So I think they beat the Patriots. So they're 2-3. They're 2-3. Do I have them beating the Cowboys, or do I have the Cowboys beating the Lions? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, they are 3-5 going into week 9. I mean, and or maybe have they had their bye week yet? So week 10. So they did have a bye week. Wow, their bye week's week 6. Wow. Can hear you, but your voice is low. The sound is really low. Put your mic up. Is this better, Walt Dog? I've been having troubles with my mic all day. I don't know what's up with it. My volume's really high on my computer, and it's like I just don't know if I don't know what's wrong. Like something's wrong with the mic itself, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but let me know if this is better because everything's all turned up on my computer. It's 100% volume. I can even try doing this, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna do one more thing for you, and so is that better? Is that better for you? If it is, let me know. It might be. What's up, Walt Dog? So just let me know if this is better. I've been messing with it all day. I've been having troubles with it, and it's kind of been making me angry. But yeah. Um, but welcome to the stream. We're just currently, like it says, predicting every NFL team's record for the 2022 NFL season. So right now we're in the Lions, and I have the Lions going 3-5 throughout the first 10 weeks of the season. But you know what? They're about to roll off a bunch of victories in a row. So okay, maybe I lied. Well, they are. They're about to go like. They're about to win. I think they split with the Vikings. So let's see who I just added here. So I had up to here. So 1, 2. So they win their next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Nope, forget that loss. Okay, now we'll keep that loss. And then you know what? I think they beat the Jets. They beat the Panthers. I think they beat the Bears. No, they lose to the Bears. And they lose to the Packers. So they go 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I think they go 9-8 this season, which is actually what I had them at before I actually looked at their schedule. So you know what? I don't think that's too bad. I think they lose their last 2 games, which might knock them out of the playoffs, but I don't know. I just don't see the Packers being swept by the Lions. You know, they're still a very good team. But let's see here. So speaking of the Packers, we're actually on the Packers right now. So let's see. Let's predict the Packers schedule. So before I look at this, I think the Packers will probably go somewhere between 11-6, 12-5. We'll see where they end up after I actually take a look at this whole thing. So, yeah. So for their first game, I do have them losing to the Vikings, and then they do roll off a win. I think they beat. Yeah, they go on a very massive win streak. So by week 7, they are 5-2, and then they lose to the Bills, they lose to the Lions, and then they lose to the Cowboys. Right? Is that what I had earlier? Yeah. So after their 5-2 start, they do drop their next. Wait, do I have? No, I have the. Never mind. I gotta keep that. I gotta keep it. Gotta keep it good. Never mind. Never mind. Let's see. I gotta make sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh. So I don't actually know if my microphone's fixed, man. I tried testing it out. Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know what's up with it. You know, maybe you guys can let me know. I don't really know what's up with my mic right now. Kind of again making me upset. I feel like either way I talk. Ugh. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I gotta be consistent here. I did have them losing to the Cowboys. I have not predicted the Titans yet, so here's where they kind of like, you know, kind of ball out here. Did I not finish the Panthers? Right? Oh, no, I just, yeah. Anyways, Ouch. So that's a little bit of a bummer for the Panthers. So. What the hell? What is that? What is this? I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Still not 100% sure. Oh my gosh. I'm like losing my mind right now for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my mic. I don't know. Dang it. It's making me angry. Anyways, I guess I just gotta talk really loud, which I don't like to do, but I kind of got to. So we're still predicting the Packers' schedule here. So let's see. So they went on a 3-game losing. Yeah. So actually, wait. What did they do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're 6-1, right? 6-2, 3, 4. So they're 6-4. Is that right? Yeah. They're 6-4. They go on they win 2 more games. They lose another. And you know what? So they at least beat this team. I've not predicted the Vikings yet. I think they'll beat the Vikings their second time around. Did I predict the Rams? No. Yeah, I think they lose to the Rams. No cap. Okay. So to cap off the season, they have at least 3 more wins. 1, 2, 3, and then so they go 11-6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So Packers go 11-6 this year. Sorry if that makes anyone angry, but that's just the way I see it. I don't think that's changing, but I don't know. What is the quality for this video? Is it 720? It probably is, right? 720. Yeah. I don't know how to get 1080p. I don't know. I've been trying. I'm not very technically savvy, I guess. Okay. Next up we have the Texans, which yeah. Oh, let's see what we got here. So the Texans, I think, are going to be probably really, really terrible this year. So let's see here. So I have them obviously losing. Ouch. Do they beat the Eagles? No. Why are the Texans so bad? Why are the Texans so bad this year? They literally start out 0-8. Then they beat the Giants. They have to beat the. Nope. Are they actually the worst team in the league? Oh no. What have I done? I've really messed up. I've really messed up. There's no way. There's no way. Oh no. Okay, I don't think this is right, but this is what I have them doing. I have them going 3-14, and I have them going 0-14 throughout their first 14 games. Ouch. That's rough. Who do they? Are there any teams that I missed coming down? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, they're 3-14, man. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, you know. Sorry, y'all. Sorry if you guys are upset about that. I just want my camera to last, so I gotta finish this because my camera's gonna die, and I know it's gonna die. But I gotta finish this, so it'll have to be on like tie. I'm gonna have to look at this and figure out who the tiebreakers are. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be stressful, man. Okay. Obviously, I think the Colts are gonna start out. They lose. They win. Okay, nope. no, why did they do this? Okay, so the Colts start out 0-4 or 2-4. So this is fun, man. I've never gone through and literally predicted game by game. So it's just weird. It's weird to look at because it's like, wow. So I think it's like, so they start out 2-4, which is rough. Which they usually start out pretty slow anyways. And then you know what they do? They win, right? They win. They I printed this schedule before I think Matt Ryan got traded. So, ouch. Um, yeah, that's a little rough, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is. So what do I do? They do beat the Eagles. I can tell you that. I think they beat the Raiders. I think they beat the Patriots. I think they beat the Steelers. I think they beat the Cowboys. I think they lose to the Vikings. I think they lose to the Chargers. They obviously beat the Giants, and then they lose to the Texans. Okay, so they start off 2-4, then they win, right? So they'll go to 3-4, and then they lose, and then they win their next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they win. Then they 1, 2, 3. So I have them going 9-8 again this season. Not very much of a step up from last season. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. Like, there are a few games here which I think they can flip. Like, I think they can beat the Titans their first time around. I think they could beat the Chiefs, which I'll probably be at that game. So maybe I can get some footage there. I don't know. Would you guys like to see some footage of me at a football game? Not 100% sure. Maybe, maybe not, right? Let's see. I don't know if you can take cameras. I'll have to call the stadium. Yeah, I mean, I could see him maybe beating the Vikings or the Chargers at the end of the season to flip the, I could see him going anywhere between 9-8 to 11-6. But I have them at 9-8, so that's what they're gonna stay at right now. And then let's see who's next. So the Jaguars. See, why isn't the whole schedule like this, right? So they got the Texans, the Colts, and then the Jaguars, and then the Titans are all the way down there. But that's fine. That's for a later date. Jaguars are I don't know how I just spelt this. But you know what? Stick with me. That doesn't look right. But it is right, I think. I'm not 100% sure. So. Okay, Jaguars. This is going to be rough. So they start off with a loss, obviously. Obviously they're going to have one win, right? They'll get one win. They lose. They lose. They lose. They lose. They win. No, I have them. So they start off 1-4, which is all right. That's all right. They win, so they go 2-4. So they're tied at this point. This point in the season, they are tied with the Colts. So both the Colts and the Jaguars are 2-4. So the Colts go on a 4-game losing streak, while the Jaguars go on a 2-game winning streak at that point. And then they actually, did they pull ahead of the? No, they stayed tied because I think they beat the Giants, right? No, they lose to the Giants. Whoops. I almost want to flip that. I almost think they beat the Giants, but so no, they actually, so they lose. What are they in at this point? So they're 6, right? Yeah, they'll probably end up losing at least. So they're 7-2. Yeah, they're 7-2. Or wait, 2-8. I mean 2-8. Oof, ouch. Oof, ouch. Here. So 1, 2, 3. So they have 3 wins, and there's 4 games left. So that means there should be 3-10. Yeah, so they're 3-10 at this point. Do they beat the Cowboys or no? They don't. Do they? See, this is another team that I think could be better than what their record is. Like, oh, wow. This is rough. They obviously win, and then they lose. So they literally have 4 wins and 13. Like they're literally 4-13. Like I don't think that's right. But when you look at game by game predicting the schedule, it's like, dang, I think the Lions beat the Jaguars, and I think there are just so many better teams that could beat the Jaguars. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously they'll pull out one like four and see. I think they'll be like 4 to 8 wins. Like that's my prediction. Like I think they could be 4-8. So I think they could be. I think they could sweep the Texans twice, and then I think they have the capability to sweep the Colts, but I don't think that's the case. Trevor Lawrence is just too good, I think. But anyways, next up we got the Chiefs. I'm gonna try not to be biased here. So, Chiefs win and loss record. I don't want to predict it, but I gotta. So I think the Chiefs beat the Cardinals. You know, I hate it, but I think they lose. I think they lose to the Chargers, and then I do think they beat the Colts. I think they beat the Bucks. I think they beat the Raiders. I think they beat the Bills, and I think they beat the Niners. Right? So they're at this point they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're 6-1, and then they. Who do I have them losing to? Oh, this is so tough. I don't want to predict the Chiefs to be the best team in the league. Like I don't. But at the same time, I really like okay. So you can at least say the Chiefs will beat the Texans and the Seahawks, right? So that's another 2 wins. And then you look at it and you're like, okay, they'll beat the Jags. That's one more win, right? The only game, and then you know what? They'll at least beat the Broncos once. So that's they'll at least beat the Broncos. They'll beat the Chargers once. I don't want to. I'm a Rams fan a little bit, so like, okay, you know what? You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do is because I already predicted who do they play that's not on the schedule yet. So I had them beating the Broncos twice, so they're 12-1. Not at this point, but just in general. You know what? Yeah, I actually I agree with that. So I have them going 14-3, which who disagrees that the Chiefs could be 14-3, right? I don't disagree there. Now some of these games I think they'll win, but obviously you know what? No team is really ever perfect, and I think 14-3 fits well. So like some of these games they could lose to the Bills. They could lose to the Broncos one of those games, and they could lose to the Raiders. So like they could end up going 3-3 to the division, and then like end up losing 2 more games out of the division, or win some of the games that they, I don't know, but that's how I have it. So they go 5-1 in their division, which I think is pretty good. So that's the Chiefs done and done. Now the Chargers. Now it's the Chargers' turn, man. See, they did this right too. They put like most of the teams all together, which is nice. I like when teams are all together like this, man. It's really nice. Okay, so Chargers obviously lose. Have them. I have them beating the Chiefs, so they start off 1-1. They obviously beat the Jaguars. They will beat the Texans. They will beat the Browns. They will lose. They will beat. Okay, so so the Chargers start off 5-2, and then they go into their bye week. Same with the Chiefs. So the Chiefs, do the Chiefs lead their division at this point? So going into the bye week for the Chiefs and the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Broncos are tied up with 6 wins. The Chargers are in second or third, if you want to call it. And then they come out of the bye, and obviously they beat the Falcons. I think they lose to the Niners. So they win, they lose to the Chiefs, they lose to the Cardinals, lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Cardinals. So they're 6-5. They're like in a mid-season collapse. But then they beat the Raiders to go up 7-4, 7-5, and then I could see them losing to the Dolphins. I think they beat the Titans. I think they beat the Colts. I think they lose to the Rams. And then I think they beat the Broncos. So let's see here. How many losses they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10-7. I mean, I'm not complaining. You know what? I think it's good enough to get a playoff spot. I think they could end up better than that. Again, who knows? I don't know what the charges are going to be. I don't know how this NFL season is going to go. I don't know if anyone's going to get injured. This is just like my early predictions, which I think could be pretty correct. So next up, we have the Rams. So speaking of the Rams, I think the Rams will also probably be pretty good this year. I have the Rams like winning a lot of their games. So the Rams win. I think they win. I think they win. Did I predict the Niners yet? I think they start off 4-0. So they start off 4-0, and then they start off. Sheesh, man, sheesh. Rams start off 6-0, according to my calculations, and then they lose their first game to the Niners. I think they beat them. So at this point, they're 8-1 in the season, which is fine. I totally agree with that. You know who I think sneaks up on them is the Saints. I have them beating the Chiefs, obviously. So the Saints beat the Chiefs. Okay, so at this point they're 9-2, which again seems very reasonable for them. They obviously beat the Seahawks. You know who I think they lose to? The Raiders. I think they lose to the Raiders. I think they beat the Packers. I think they beat that team. I think they beat that team and they beat that team. So do I have them? Okay. So they go 1, 2, 3. So 14-3, right? Is that what I have them? Yeah, 14-3 for the Rams, tied with one of the best records in the league. I mean, I don't think that's bias. I don't think that's false either. I think that could very, very easily happen. So that's just how I see it. So yeah, they lose to the Niners, they lose to the Saints, and they lose to the Raiders, which isn't bad. So next up, we have the Raiders. And the Raiders are going to start off pretty good too. So they start off 1-1, right? The Raiders start off winning, loss. Raiders start off 1-1, and then they let's see who do they lose. So then I think they beat the Titans. They beat the Broncos. They lose to the Chiefs. So the Raiders going into their bye week are 3-2, which is pretty good. And then obviously, you know what? They beat the Texans. They beat the Saints. They beat the Jaguars. And then they lose to the Colts. They lose to the Broncos. They beat the Seahawks. They lose to the Chargers. They beat the Rams. I think they lose to the Patriots. Then they beat the Steelers. They beat the Niners. And they lose to the Chiefs. Yeah. So let's see what their win total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they also end up 10-7. Which again, I don't think it's a big deal. Like, I actually think that could be a reasonable number for them to end up, right? So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 10-7. I think that's a reasonable number for the Raiders. Did I have all teams tying at 10-7? So the Broncos 10-7, the Raiders 10-7, and the Chargers 10-7. You know what? I could see that happening. I really could. I could really see the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Broncos all at 10-7. I mean, that whole division could end up being 11-6. Like, it's a very stacked division. I think the Chiefs are probably just better. They got the experience. They got probably the best quarterback in the league. They have the best quarterback in the league. They have the best coach in that division. And I don't know. Obviously the best tight end. So I don't know. I don't see a huge thing with the Chiefs being the best record team in that division. We'll have to look at division standings and stuff like that later, but that will come to the playoff predictions when I do that. So, next up, we have the Dolphins. All right. So, the Dolphins, they win their first 2 games. and then they lose to the Bills. They beat. So they start off. I have the Dolphins starting off 3-1. Cool. And they lose, and then they obviously beat the Jets. The Vikings. Have I done the Vikings yet? No. The Vikings yet. Vikings are literally the next game. I think they lose to the Vikings. So they're 4-2 at this point, which still pretty good. Still pretty good. They beat the Steelers. They beat the Lions. They beat the Bears. I think they lose to the Browns. Right? Maybe I have the Browns beating the Dolphins. Yeah, they lose to the Browns. So at this point, 1, 2, 3. So they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 wins, 3 losses. Which is pretty good, pretty good. I think the Dolphins might be able to make the playoffs this year. They beat the Texans, obviously. I think they lose to the Niners, though, which is a rough scene. They beat the Chargers. They then beat the Bills. They then lose to the Packers. I think they probably lose to the Patriots and then win their last game. So they end up with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, excuse me, 11-6 record, which might be good enough to get them in the playoffs. And actually looking at it so far, they would end up making the playoffs because what did I predict the Bills? They're 11-6 as well, and they swept. So this is gonna be a tough division, tough all around the board, man. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good season so far, man. So the Vikings win, they lose, they win. I think they beat the Saints. I think they beat the Bears. I think they beat the Dolphins. I think they beat the Cardinals. I think they beat Washington. Do I really? No. There's no way. There's no way I have them starting out. What is it? What do I have them starting out right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-1 for the Vikings. Boys, tell me if that's wrong. Do you guys think the Vikings will be 7-1? Yeah, for some reason that just doesn't look right to me. And then, what I have? 8-1, 9 there's no way. Okay, you know what? I did something wrong with my predictions, but you know what? It is what it is right here. I mean, yeah, it is. It is exactly what it is. So, yikes. I have not predicted the. I think they lose to the Patriots. So they go back to 9-2. I think they beat the Jets though. They then lose to that team. They then beat the Colts. Did I have the Giants beating them? I don't think so. If I had the Giants, no. I did have the Packers beating them this time, right? Yeah. And then the Bears. How did I have the Bears? Okay. So, okay, here's where they drop off. So they end up going 12-5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. See, I think that's probably a little bit more reasonable. So I do think they end up going 12-5, which is actually right now they would win their division, which I actually think they do win their division this year. So that seems accurate. Actually, that seems pretty good. I like that prediction. I like that record. So the Patriots. Now the Patriots, I don't know. I think they probably still end up 10-7 again. I think they pretty consistent score, but I do think they end up 10-7 like they were last year. So the Patriots lose their first game. I think they will. I think they beat the Steelers. I think they lose there. I think they lose here, so they start off 1-3, which is a little bit of a bummer. I think they beat the Lions. Nope, they lose to the Lions. 1-4. Ouch. 1-5. That's gonna be a tough. That's gonna be a tough hole to get them out of. They obviously beat the Bears. They beat the Jets the first time around. They lose to the Colts, so add 2-1. So they're 2-6 right now. I think they lose to the Jets the second time. I think they beat the Vikings. I think they lose to the Bills. I think they lose to the Cardinals. I think they beat the Raiders. I think they lose to... And, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, Patriots fans, but I see you guys going 7-10. I see you guys going 7-10. So next is the Saints, which I feel like I've given the Saints like a lot. Like I picked the Saints to probably be a dark horse team this year, but I feel like I've like kind of ruled out the Saints in a lot of these games here. So the Saints start out 3-0. Okay, so the Saints start out 4-1. And then they beat the Bengals? No, they lose to the Bengals, so they start out 4-2 then. And then they lose another game, so they're 4-3, which is fine at this point. And then they lose to the Raiders, so they're 4-4. But then they beat the Ravens, they beat the Steelers, they beat the Rams. So 3 straight wins puts them up to 7-4. And then you know what? They beat the Niners. I think they beat the Bucks again. That's 2 more. And then they end up beating the Falcons. And then they lose, though, to the Browns. They lose to the Eagles. And then they beat the Panthers. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. I think they could go 11-6. Perfect. I think 11-6 is a great number for them. Next up, we got the Jets. I feel like I've also kind of made the Jets a little worse, like on paper, from just predicting other teams before them. But you know what? It works. It works. This is pretty easy. I like this. I like this. I'll do this next year. So, I have them losing to the Browns. I have them losing. So they start off 1-0, and then they lose their next 2. And then I have them losing to the Steelers. I have them losing there. I have them losing here. I have them losing here. Right, yeah. And then I have them losing here. I have them losing here. I have them winning here. So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yikes. So they're 2-8. And then do I have them beating the Bears? No, they lose to the Bears. They lose to the Vikings. Do they beat the Bills here? Nah. They lose to the Bills. So that's 3 more. 3. So they only got 2 wins at this point. Did I have them beating the Lions? No. They lose to the Lions. And then they lose to the Jags, right? Yeah, they lose to the Jags. They will beat the Seahawks. And they lose to the Dolphins. So I think the Jets will go 3-14. If you guys were counting with me, Jets go 3-14. Now the Eagles already have done. So the Eagles here will. I just spelled it wrong. Okay, so the Eagles win their first 2. Then they lose. They lose. They win. They lose. They win. And they win their next 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then they lose to the Colts. Did I have the? Yeah. They lose to the Packers. They beat the Titans. Oh my gosh, the Titans are gonna get crapped on too, man. They then lose to the Giants. And then they beat the Bears. lose to the Cowboys, beat the Saints, beat the Giants. So 11-6 sounds about right. I think that's what I predicted them in my shorts as well. So 11-6 for the Eagles. Now we got the Steelers. I feel like I feel the further I go down this list, the more and more I feel like I gypped like like every team from a win for some reason. I don't know why, but like some of these teams end up doing better than I like when I look at them, end up doing better than what I thought they would. So like the Steelers here, they win, they lose, they win, they win, they lose, they lose, they lose. So the Steelers start out 3-4, which they look like they're going to be in a little bit of trouble here, which they might be. 3-5, which, you know what, not too bad, not too bad. And then they lose to the Saints, so that's 3-6. But then, when you think it's all over, it is kind of, they lose here as well. They lose to the Bengals. At least they beat the Colts, right? Did I have them beating the Colts? No, they lose to the Colts. Ouch. Yeah. So maybe I'm just gonna go up to the. I think they're pretty. I think that is right. But they do beat the Falcons. They lose to the Ravens. Win. Loss. Win. Loss. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have the Steelers going 11-6 to start off the 2022 NFL season. It's gonna be a little rough, man. When I look at the teams here, I'm like, oh my gosh, this team's so much better. That's the way I see it. Now let's get into the Seahawks because this one's gonna be interesting. So the Seahawks, I feel like they're also going to be somewhere between the 3-14 mark. So okay. So Seahawks, they lose. Right. So they start off the season 0-7, which does not look like a pretty start. So they start off the season 0-7, and then do I have them beating the Giants at least? No. They lose here. They lose here. So 0-9. They lose to the Bucks. They lose to the Raiders. They lose to the Rams. Yeah. No, I do not have them going. I'm going 0-12. I could see them losing, so they lose here, right? So at this point, they're 0-13. They finally get their first win against the Niners. So they're 1-13. They obviously lose to the Chiefs. And, yeah, and then they lose out. So, yeah, lose. So I have them going 1-16. So a few of these games that I could see going a different direction is the Jets. I can see the Jets, the Giants, the Falcons, and the Panthers game. I feel like those games might be a little different. And I feel like, okay, maybe this team would be the team that I'm most wrong on. Only predicting one win for this team, but it, like, stacks up against everything else. Like, when you look down to the 49ers, okay, they obviously lose here. Like, it's just, I don't know. So, the Niners win. They win. They lose to the Broncos. Did they beat nope. The Rams win here. Nope, I mean lose. So it's 2-2. The Niners, the 49ers start off 2-2, and then they beat the Panthers, beat the Falcons. So they're 4-2 at this point, which is all right. They're 4-2, and then they lose to the Chiefs. They beat the Rams, so they're 5-3. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they're 5 and what? Oh yeah. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're 5-3. They're 5-3 at this point. Did I have them beating or losing to? They beat the Chargers, and then I think they beat the the Cardinals, and then they lose to the Saints though. However, so they're right now 7-4, which I think is also pretty reasonable. 7-4. They lose. Do they lose to? No, they beat the Dolphins. I think they lose to the Buccaneers. Unfortunately, they beat, and then they lose to the Seahawks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're right now they're sitting at 8-6, pretty decent so far, especially with Trey Lance. They then beat Washington. They then lose to the Raiders, and they then beat the Cardinals. So they win, lose, win. So I can see them going 10-7. 10-7 is fine. I feel like that's pretty reasonable for them. 10-7 for that team. Okay, now for the Bucks. So the Bucks win and loss record is going to be, so they win their first game, they lose. No, how is that possible? There's no way they start out 1-3. They have a very, very tough schedule though ahead of them though. I mean, I wouldn't blame them starting off 1-3, man. That's pretty good, or bad, I mean. So, and then here's where they roll off a few victories. So they obviously beat the Falcons. They obviously beat the Steelers. They obviously beat the Panthers, right? And then, do I have them beating the Ravens? No, they lose to the Ravens. So at this point, they're 4-4. So way to pull back though, right? Then they lose to the Rams. They're 4-5. And then they obviously beat the Seahawks. And then they lose to the Browns though. They lose to the Browns, making them 5-6. So they're really fighting their way up to 500. They lose to the Saints, so they're 5-7, and then they obviously win here. They win here. They win here. They win here, and then they lose here. Do I really have them losing to the Falcons? I do. Okay, so I think what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy smokes, there's no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They go 9-8. That doesn't seem right either. I mean, but it's like looking at this team, man. It's like, wow, they really, really look like, I don't know. It's when you compare every game together, it's like, wow. Some of these teams, I'm like, wow, is that really they're gonna be their record? But I don't know. That's what it looks like. So next up, we have the Titans, I guess, right? So we got 2 teams left, and the Titans are another team that I feel like I really like. I don't know, maybe it's just because I disliked one of these teams here. So it's like, holy smokes, this team is not going to do very good. I don't know. Titans win and loss record. So they win, they lose, they win. So they start off 2-2, which is actually pretty good. They win. Do they sweep the Colts? No, they lose to the Colts. So they're 3-3 right now. Which obviously I can see that. They win, and did they beat the Broncos too? No. Yeah, they do actually. So they go on a 3-game winning streak, moving their win total up to 6-3. 6-3. Then did they beat? I think I had them beating. Yeah, 7-3 at this point. 7-3. Did they lose to the Packers or did they beat the Packers? Yeah, they lost to the Packers, so they're 7-4. And then let's finish it out. So they think they beat the Eagles? No, they lose to the Eagles, so they're 7-5. They beat the Jaguars? No, they lose to the Jaguars. Yeah, they lose. So they're 7-6. I think, did I have them? No, they lose. So they're 7-7 right now, and I think they lose. I think I had them losing to the Texans. Yeah. Yeah. They lose to the Texans. So they're 7-8 right now. Playoff hopes are in jeopardy. And then they end up winning their last 2 games. So I have them going 9-8, which I don't know, seems pretty fair. And then our final team is the Commanders. So the Commanders, it's so weird to look at this, man, because some of these teams are like, wow, they go the same record as this. The Commanders start off 0-4 or 4-0, then they drop 3 games, and then they win another one, and then they drop another 2. So they're 5-5 at this point, and then they win 2 more. They're 7-5, then they lose a game, and they come out and win their next 3. So 1, lose, 2, 3. So 10-7. I have the Commanders going 10-7, which is more than the Titans. Holy smokes, man. Holy smokes. So now that this is all predicted, so I'm not lying. Like, this is literally every NFL team predicted across the board. Huh. I mean, I don't know. So let's recap here. So we're going to type in chat everything that I have, like, posted. So let's see. Well, we'll literally just, I don't know. Like, I really kind of want to do the playoff predictions, but I've been filming for the last, what is it now? Hour and 47 minutes. Do I really want to clean? I don't know. Anyways, boys, thank you for coming out. It's been a good 2 hours about. I know that I know there was no Madden. This content might not be as interesting to you. I don't know why we didn't get as many viewers for some reason. Not 100% sure. But it's fine. I'm not really too worried about the viewers. I know that we'll probably end up getting it eventually. Or not viewers, but probably end up getting let's see here. Yeah, no. This stream did not do as well as I thought it would. I don't know what I was hoping for, to be honest, but I mean, I don't know. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this live stream, which will be up very shortly, let's just say it. So the Cardinals 9-8, Falcons 4-13, Ravens 10-7, Bills 11-6. I'm actually just gonna make a YouTube short right now. So that way, yeah. Let's see here. Let me mute myself here. I'm gonna watch something. All right, let's get to the YouTube Shorts, explaining every NFL team's record in one go. So, you guys are going to be able to watch this right now. So we're going to create a short. We're going to do 60 seconds, and let's do it. So today I'm going to be predicting every NFL team's record in 60 seconds. So let's go. So Cardinals are going to be 9-8, Falcons 4-13, Ravens 10-7, Bills 11-6, Panthers 3-14, Bears 7-10, Bengals 9-8, Browns 12-5, Cowboys 8-9, Broncos 10-7, Lions 9-8, Packers 11-6, Texans 3-14, Colts 9-8, Jaguars 4-13, Chiefs 14-3, Chargers 10-7, Rams 14-3, Raiders 10-7, Dolphins 11-6, Vikings 12-5, Panthers or Patriots 7-10, Saints 11-6, Jets 3-14, Eagles 11-6, Steelers not 100% sure. I think they're 6-11. Seahawks 1-16, Niners 10-7, Bucks 9-8, and then we have the Titans 9-8 and the Commanders at 10-7. So that is predicting every NFL team's record for the 2022 NFL season in 60 seconds or less. Subscribe. So today I'm going to be predicting every NFL team's record in 60 seconds. So let's go. So Cardinals are going to be 9-8, Falcons 4-13, Ravens 10-7, Bills 11-6, Panthers 3-14, Bears 7-10, Bengals 9-8, Browns 12-5, Cowboys 8-9, Broncos 10-7, Lions 9-8, Packers 11-6, Texans 3-14, Colts 9-8, Jaguars 4-13, Chiefs 14-3, Chargers 10-7, Rams 14-3, Raiders 10-7, Dolphins 11-6,